All right, got a question here on Facebook from Matt Wheaton. Matt says, "What would be your favorite cyberpunk anime if you were to make a top five favorite cyberpunk anime list?" Um, I'm not. I can choose five. Because there's a lot. I used to really be into anime in the kind of mid late 90s, early 2000s. Not so much anymore, but at that time it just seems like a lot of really excellent stuff was coming out. A lot of it was kind of over. Well, I guess it was intended for mature audiences. I was like 13 at the time, but I was really into it. I would stay up late to watch these kind of like crazy adult anime OVAs that would play on extended cable networks. It's not going to be a top five. I'm not really going to number them because I'm terrible at that. I can never really choose a favorite over others. But I can name at least five. One that springs right into my mind is an anime called Cyber City Oedo 808. It's split up into three separate stories. It's about these cyber criminals who are basically serving just these ridiculous prison sentences on this kind of like super jail that orbits the earth, and they're never going to get out of prison, so they kind of get a deal where they can become police officers and capture really bad cyber criminals, and for every criminal they capture, a little time will be reduced from their sentence. It's split into three separate episodes, I guess you could say, each one dealing with a different character, and it's set in Japan in the year 2808, and it's all about like cyber crime and actually one of them is more about vampires than anything, but that's pretty cool too, and new super cyber weapons and all kinds of cool stuff. So Cyber City 808, a very cool one that I love a lot. Another one is called Psycho Diver. Psycho Diver is about a guy who has psychic abilities, and so they use advanced machinery so that he can go into people's minds and kind of fix whatever is ailing them mentally. And he ends up getting mixed up with this girl who's, her mind is being ravaged by this crazy cult, and all kinds of cool stuff happens. So yeah, Psycho Diver, one that I really like a lot. Another obvious answer is Ghost in the Shell. The original Ghost in the Shell film I saw in, I want to say 98, 99. I don't remember when exactly, but the first time I saw it, I was blown away by just the detail in the animation, the subject matter that it was dealing with. I think I saw Ghost in the Shell before I saw Blade Runner. So that kind of subject matter of consciousness and what makes a person a person, and the puppet master, the whole idea of this sentient, living, self-aware being created on, the sea of information, the internet or whatever. I thought that was really cool. So Ghost in the Shell definitely would be a top pick of mine as well. Bubblegum Crisis is another kind of obvious answer. Kind of like violent, cool, over the top. Oh, so many Blade Runner references, the replicants and Pris, and that's great. A lot of that 80s, 90s cyberpunk anime draws a lot on Western sci-fi and cyberpunk, like Blade Runner and Terminator and things like that. So I like that. I like Bubblegum Crisis, and I like Bubblegum Crash, and the one that was Bubblegum Crisis 2036 or something like that. I can't remember the exact title of it, but yeah, I like the Bubblegum Crisis, the various series as well. That's a good one. They're all fun to watch, and again, the original series, I like all those Blade Runner references. And, I guess I'm going to go back because since I talked about Ghost in the Shell, pretty much anything by Shiro Masamune is awesome. So, Black Magic M66, about the, which again is very, very Terminator-like, about the kind of like killer androids, the military androids that get loose, and it's been programmed. It's like a default program to go after the scientist that created them, to go after his granddaughter. So that's pretty cool. They're just trying to get away from this killer military robot. So it has a lot of that Masamune feel of robots and tanks and tactical military stuff. And then I would throw into there anything else he's done, Appleseed and Tank Police, all that stuff. Anything by Masamune Shiro Masamune, however you want to say his name. I don't even know if I used to say Shiro Masamune, but pretty sure that's not correct. But when I was a kid, that's how I said it. But yeah, pretty much anything by him is always going to be awesome. So those are 5 Cyberpunk anime that I'm really into. That's more than 5 actually. But yeah, Cyber City and Ghost in the Shell and Black Magic and Appleseed and Bubblegum Crisis and Psycho Diver. It's all really good. So yeah, I guess bottom line, if I was going to recommend that you guys check out some anime, go and check out those. Maybe look them up. Some of them, I know some of them are uploaded in full on YouTube. So go check them out. Anyway, thank you very much for your question, Matt Whedon. I hope you enjoyed the answer.